This week has been quite strong for the altcoin market. It was mainly privacy tokens and storage related tokens that rallied. But there is one token, the Near protocol, that also performed pretty well despite not being in those narratives. The question is why? How much longer can this rally last? Is this potential for further outperformance? Let's have a look at the data most people are not considering. So we are currently at a bit over $3. We have appreciated by 50% last week. And while there have been two major rallies for Near protocol, so in 2021 and in 2024, the price tended to decline over time. The market cap was relatively stable from peak to peak. We turned around at around $10 billion and currently we are only at $4 billion. So is there the potential for another 100, maybe even 200% return from here? Because when we look at the relative valuation to Bitcoin, Near still seems to be very depressed. Yes, the long-term chart isn't that great, but we have seen a recent support. And there is, just according to this chart, a potential of maybe 250%. And in the very best case, more than 700%. But of course, that would bring the market cap to heights we have never seen in the past. Now, where does the disconnect between the price development and the market cap development come from? It of course comes from token inflation. More and more Near tokens hit the market over time, and the early investors, the insiders and the team cashes out. But pretty much all of those unlocks have already happened. Now it's just epoch rewards that continue to expand the supply. And again, when a token becomes less inflationary, that's potentially a good sign for future outperformance. We can see how the underperformance of Near relative to other altcoins tended to diminish over time. It has stabilized now. This is Near relative to the others market cap. So how is Near doing relative to other altcoins? From this bottom to this bottom, we saw an underperformance of 22%. Subsequently, we again had a 22% underperformance, but that time it took much longer. And now we see even less underperformance. So you can clearly see the price appears to be stabilizing, which makes sense given that the insiders aren't cashing out anymore. It's only supply growth through epoch rewards. Let's have a look at some on-chain metrics. There is a ported version of the Near token on the Ethereum chain, and we've got a bit over 10,000 holders of that token on ETH. So to be more precise, it's 10,876 wallets that hold the token on the Ethereum chain. And on the left side, we see the number of wallets with at least 330 Near tokens. That's roughly $1,000 worth of the token. So the small retail investor continues to buy. In the middle, we've got the wallets with at least $10,000 worth of the token. There's also long-term accumulation. On the right side, we've got the number of whales. So the number of wallets with at least $100,000 worth of Near. So it seems like the investor base continues to grow. What about the usage of the blockchain itself? Is that growing as well? The answer is unfortunately no. This is the number of transactions on Near over time. It peaked 1.5 years ago and since then is shrinking. Here's the number of unique accounts. This is also shrinking. And here is the transaction fee chart, which unfortunately spikes every now and then. So there is a bottlenecking of the blockchain when there's too much usage. I don't really like doing it, but that's how the YouTube game works. That's how the algorithm works. Please give this video a like if what you've seen so far has been useful. Thank you very much. Here's the total value locked of Near. So how much capital is currently on the chain. Measured in Near tokens, this is actually growing quite nicely. Here's the stablecoin market cap over time, unfortunately also declining, but not all numbers look bad. This is the app revenue, and this is the decentralized exchange trading volume, which is now at an all-time high, even measured in US dollars, not just measured in Near. In Near, the growth looks even steeper. So again, there is a case to be made that Near might be bottoming out over here, that it could outperform the rest of the altcoin market because the supply doesn't grow as much anymore. And while the number of active addresses isn't growing, the trading itself is. So the existing users are using the Near chain more than before. Let's have a look at the levered bets on the price, as we usually do on this channel. In the last 24 hours, we had 172 million worth of trading volume on Binance on the spot market, and on the perpetual futures market, we had more than that. So there is quite a bit of leverage in Near as well. Roughly 3 times the trading volume on the levered bets on the price. Many people got wiped out on the 10th of October. This is true for pretty much any altcoin. Many alts experienced a flash crash on that day, including Near. And since that flash crash, the market makers tend to not buy enough of the supply anymore. So the funding rate isn't clearly positive as it used to be. It's now fluctuating around 0. The trading volume is neither elevated nor depressed, but unfortunately the amount of bets on the price, so the open interest, is relatively high. And that is a red flag, because there is positive correlation between open interest, so that's in green, and the spot price. Whenever there's more bets on the price, then the spot price tends to be high. Whenever there's less bets on the price, the spot price tends to be low. And since we currently see that many bets on Near, we do have above average risk in the asset. Yes, there is a lot of potential upside. We could clearly double and triple from here. $10 per Near is definitely possible. But this is all under the assumption that the open interest won't go down in the near future. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to give this a like. It helps the channel grow. Feel free to also subscribe. I publish videos regularly. You can also check out the premium membership. A link to premium pops up over here on the screen. Just click on that. It will lead you to the website. Looking very much forward to seeing you on premium as well. So see you next time on YouTube or see you on premium. Cheers.